Hey guys, today we're going to find out, is there a difference between a brand new pair of Vaporfly 4% and one with 150 miles? Hi, welcome back to the channel guys. So I've taken the Vaporfly 4% Gyakusous out for a run of about 5.6 miles. So it's just over 7 minutes per mile. I was keen to ascertain if my pair of bright crimson Vaporfly 4% still had some use left in them really. Do they still have that snap, that energy return? Are they still effective in terms of what they really are made to do? So it really wasn't going to be a particularly scientific test here. I just wanted to take them out on similar runs at similar times of day over similar distance and see what sort of paces I could achieve and what sort of effort I was having to put in to achieve those paces. So this is really going to be my views, my feelings, my opinions on the performance of the shoe rather than some sort of scientific test. So as I say, took the Vaporfly 4% Flyknit Gyakusou. It's a brilliant shoe. Took this out on a 9-kilometer run, about 5.6 miles. The shoe felt really great today. It's different. There are some differences to the standard Vaporfly 4% Flyknit. This toe box area to me feels drastically different. I may be going crazy here guys, but I certainly think there's some differences. It feels so much softer. It feels like there's slightly less Flyknit here. There's definitely some differences here. Please comment down below if you have a pair of these and you felt that they feel a little different to the standard Vaporfly 4% Flyknits as well. So I managed to hit about 7 minutes 16 seconds for the first mile. Then I managed to reach about 6 minutes 50 seconds on average for the next 4 miles. I slowed up a little towards the end. I didn't want to completely burn my legs out and run kind of like a 10k time trial. So I dropped back a little bit for the last 0.6 of a mile. Now I need to let you know that I did stop a few times to get some of the GoPro footage for today's montage, but that hasn't really affected the times here. So, is there a difference? That's the big question, guys, and the answer is, well, of course, yes, there is. There's quite a considerable difference, actually. From running in the pair that have about 150 miles in them, to running in these that had about 6 miles in where I initially broke them in, there's quite a considerable difference. I feel that there was less effort that I was having to put in to kind of get to those higher paces. For me, I can run a 5k in a little under 20 minutes. So I was not far off hitting those paces really, but it didn't feel like I was putting in that much effort. Certainly I feel that the newer pair, the snap as you toe off was much more pronounced, and I'm absolutely convinced now that the toe box in the Gyakusou Vaporfly 4% is different. It's thinner and it feels a little bit softer around the toes. Certainly some people complain about the Flyknit version of the Vaporfly. It's a little bit brutal on your toes People have complained of getting quite sore areas on the very front of their toes. I have those on my fingers from playing guitar, but I haven't really experienced that too much in terms of the 4% Flyknit. My toes have been fine in that, but certainly in terms of the Vaporfly 4% Gyakusou, the toe box is more roomy and it's softer. So all of these things do lead me to believe that the Vaporfly 4% profile does change over time as you put those miles into it. Now, I'm not saying to dump your shoes, I'm not saying to throw them away, put them in the trash. What I'm trying to say is that the profile does change, the shoe becomes less stiff, and I think it's that stiffness that does give you that real pronounced feeling of toe off, that feeling of inertia and that push forward as you toe off. That aside, I didn't really experience that much change in terms of the feel of the Zoom X foam in the midsole. There's very little difference that I could feel at all in the very front of the shoe, around the toe box area. Just underneath there, it really doesn't feel any different after 150 miles. That's a different story though in the heel. I feel that the shoe that has 150 miles in, the Zoom X, really does feel a lot more brittle now. Whether water's got in there, I don't know. I know that film that's kind of on the outsole of the shoe, it does start to flake away and sort of peel off. Whether water gets in there and it affects the foam, I don't know. But the shoe with 150 miles certainly does feel more brittle in the heel area. So some further thoughts, guys. The Gyakusou Vaporfly, I think it feels a little bit more stable in this heel area. I certainly felt when cornering, there is a couple of tighter corners on the course or the route that I tend to run. I felt that it was a little more stable in this heel area. I didn't feel quite like I was going to topple over as I sometimes do in the bright crimson. So I don't know whether it's got something to do with this heel counter here. It is a little stiffer, and of course it is on the outside of the heel as well. So I don't know whether that's another change, a very subtle change, but a change nonetheless. So those are some things to bear in mind about the Vaporfly 4%. I certainly won't be throwing these away and retiring them anytime soon. I think they've still got a load of miles left in them. They're still an incredibly comfortable shoe. They feel really well cushioned. They just have lost a little bit of that snap. But certainly for races, I will be employing the Vaporfly 4% Flyknit Gyakusou. So I hope you've enjoyed my views and comparisons on the brand new Vaporfly 4% Gyakusou versus the shoe I have with 150 miles. So without further ado, on to a special bonus review. Okay, so very recently I decided I needed to restock on energy gels. I'd run out, I only had a few of the Morton gels left. So I decided to look around on the internet. What could I get? You know, I love a bargain. And managed to find Sport Science had a really great deal on a 30 pack of their Go Isotonic Energy Gels. So I went for a box of those. There are 30 altogether. There are 6 different flavours. So different flavours are lemon and lime. We've got fruit salad, cherry, vanilla. I'm not sure, I'm looking forward to that one. Apple and orange. So what I'm going to do, guys, is give you my instant kind of gut reactions. I'm going to give you my initial reactions as I take the gels. Now, you might be wondering, why is this guy in his studio eating energy gels? Well, I've just been on a 9-kilometer run. It's kind of a time trial, really, but I've neglected to really have any breakfast. It's really bad. I've just had some coffee. So guys, I'm going to go first with the lemon and lime. So I'm going to review one of these gels for you every few days. Okay, here we go. Opens up, easy enough. Here we go, lemon and lime. It tastes a little bit like those kind of quite cheap ice lollies you can get, the lemonade ice lollies. I distinctly remember being at school and there was a tuck shop there. You could go in and purchase sort of relatively cheap items, and I remember it being very hot, and the lemonade ice lollies tasted exactly like this energy gel. Yeah, kind of a little bit like lemonade. The lime's definitely there, you can definitely taste the lime. It's odd, very odd. I wouldn't say that the taste is particularly refreshing. There's certainly a bitterness to it. Almost like when you have sort of gin and tonic or something like that. It's a little bit like that. Yeah, the lime is definitely there. For anybody that's ever had the beer Desperado or Corona, where they put a lime into the top of the bottle, that's definitely the kind of taste I'm getting here. So the Science in Sport Go Isotonic Energy Gel, lemon and lime. It's okay. I think probably out of 10, I give it maybe a 5 or a 6. I'm not sure it's a flavour I particularly like. Obviously it's to give you some energy, that's its main purpose. But in terms of taste, if I was running a race and I kind of eating that, it's not making me feel particularly refreshed. There's a kind of odd aftertaste to it. It certainly tastes like lemonade ice lollies to me, which is really odd. Very bitter kind of taste to it. So watch out for some more reviews on these Sport and Science Go Isotonic Energy Gels in forthcoming videos. Okay guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed the video and many thanks for watching till the end. Please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Thumbs up any of the videos you've particularly enjoyed. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you